I think we might have seen like 1 or 2 games of it back at TI, and then of course the sniper coming out as well. I quite do I like sniper this game? Mm, yeah, I guess. Again, my criteria for a good sniper game is not a lot of heroes getting on top of you, which they have 2 at the moment, so that's not ticked. But you do have that offlaner in the Tusk that's being shown melee that isn't going to be able to do his job essentially because sniper's just going to be pinging him constantly in the face basically whenever he tries to make an aggressive move. So I'm keen to see what they're going to do now to be able to address this. Like, do they just go all in onto the diving style? Do they look to pick up something else that's going to be able to lock in place? Bloodseeker, Naga Siren, both bands that are pretty effective against the Pangolier. Naga because of uh, the net in particular. If you get that BKB, you're really able to hinder Pangolier's effectiveness in a lot of these team fights.
I'm I'm honestly not quite sure what they go for here for Army Geniuses because I feel like it's probably they have Ren, Gabby, Sniper safe lane, but I think more than likely Sniper against Ember is a very good matchup mid, very dominant. We saw that earlier today, right, with the Wraith Band and the max out headshot. So just also a question mark on where all the other heroes are going to go as well for Fnatic.
I mean, I wonder if they like Beastmaster or something, and then you just go the Axes build instead. I feel like that'd be relatively decent. I just you need information this game because, like I was saying before, you've got the heroes that are going to be able to dive, and you need something that's going to be able to pierce the BKB. I mean, it is a good way to stop the sniper, I suppose. At least a lot of the damage coming out, but I'm still a little bit worried about, excuse me, the ongoing effectiveness once the BKB is out on Doom, which KP gets normally third item. Pangolier as well, Rolling Thunder, you don't care. Ricky, he's got jump out of the arena, so I'm not the greatest fan of this.
No, I'm not either. Like honestly, you can really consider about putting Ricky safe lane if you want to. Like if you want to play Ricky 1 and try and
Pango 4.
yeah, pay Pango Doom sounds like a really crap lane combo, but
Yep.
like if you want to do that, you kind of can. The thing because you have the flex now. Like this Mars pick, yes, it's you could probably go Mars CM, put the Tusk in the safe lane, which is at least going to be able to amplify your in your dream hero. But I have a love hate relationship with the Mars into like the Sniper and the Drow. I've just seen multiple times like you jump in and they can react fast enough to get BKB. Now it's more dependent on how you use the arena to block the attacks on the Sniper and how you use the Bulwark.
It's more zoning than like a kill pick, And maybe that's all they want. Maybe they're just putting a lot of faith into Yoe, assuming he's the one that's going to be playing this Ember. But then again, if they just run sniper mid, then what are you going to do? I suppose the thing that Army Geniuses have going in their favor is that they have the last pick overall, right? So they'll see what Fnatic are going to do with this draft, or presumably they will. I wonder what pick they could go for on Fnatic that still leaves them kind of confused with how the lanes are going to be set up. Like a Dawn or something, that could just go flexed into many different roles. You think of anything else that can really fulfill a lot of that criteria, like many different positions other than the Monkey King, they've banded out themselves.
Not that any comes to the top of my mind.
DJ was been playing a little bit of the Enigma again, but that's obviously been banned out, right? I think I saw that in some of the highlights going on.
I like the Grimtrick ban a lot. Very big fan of that. And then to the Dark Willow they go for Fnatic, so very difficult for the Ember to play into the Dark Willow now. Of course, once you get BKB, it gets a little bit easier, but a lot of damage. Pretty nice lane with the Doom as well. It's not going to be easy for Army Geniuses to deal with that lane.
I still think this is a Ricky 5.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So I mean, you really want the Sniper against the Emperor, but Sniper Ricky, not a bad lane. Willow Doom, not a bad lane. Shadow Fiend, huh?
Into Sniper?
Maybe they're just wanting to stomp the lane? I have faith in Kami-sama. Also, is CML playing 4 then? I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I believe so. But we will find out. All right, well, we get another Gabby sniper that he's played so far through the groups. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how this Ricky 5 works. So I have to imagine it's just shard and some shenanigans off the back of that. But very intrigued on how this lane. I wonder if it goes Orb of Venom on Genuel.
It's more about the fact that Smokescreen has just got a lot of these small buffs over time. Like the radius is now 375 at all levels. The miss rate is pretty effective when you're up against a lot of these heroes that rely on the right clicks, right? So like if Tusk goes in onto someone, for example, you just toss the Smokescreen onto them, and then suddenly the tag team isn't quite as effective. Just little things like that.
Okay. Well,
even prevents the save from coming through, right? With kind of like how Disruptor Static Storm stops a Tusk from a Blink Snowball, you could do the same sort of thing with a Ricky.
Yep.
Just with a Smoke Cloud.
Well, this is going to be exciting to see. Again, we're kind of speaking this series up a lot, considering how these two teams have looked so far through the group stages. And well, Fnatic are definitely not disappointing with their draft in particular. And, well, we'll see what Army Geniuses are able to do with the lineup they have. The 5-man, of course, something they are very comfortable on. Your way onto his kind of Space Maker, onto the Ember, and the Shadow Fiend give it over to In Your Dream. So, how do we feel about this game, one?
What do I feel about this game, one? I'm just thinking, like, are they going to go any weird movements? No, it looks like Pango is still going to be going mid. I was thinking, like, is there any scenario where Armel just plays Pango in the safe lane, but he's got the bottle queued up, even though Gabby has plenty of Wraith Bands in his own queue as well. I don't think this Mars is going to have the effectiveness that I think Army Geniuses are wanting it to. Like you were saying before, the Wraith Pact isn't really as viable anymore, especially against this game where you've got a good mixture of damage between physical and magical. So I think DB is going to need to be essentially perfect with a lot of these initiations. Like you're going to need to land some Blink Spear into arenas rather than Blink Arena Spear combinations if you're going to be able to catch out any of these guys.
It's not easy at all for kind of a relatively newer Mars player. I mean, he is gold tier, so definitely he's played at a decent amount, but that's one of the harder mechanics to be able to work with. There's a bit of a battle for the bounty room. Looks like it will be a 2-for-2 though.
How cool is it though to see this? I mean, I'm calling them the Fnatic roster, but when I see Gabby, Armel, KP, I just think old school TNC. Yeah. You know, like this is one of the more successful rosters that have come together. Yeah, so just do the different support duo this time around.
And an incredible support duo. I mean, DJs look really good so far through the groups, and really Genuel has been that rising position 5 in C for quite some time.
Something that I didn't realize is just how strong Ricky's passive base regen is. It's like 4.6, I believe. You compare that to someone like the Sniper who sits at 2.2. It means you're able to fulfill that role like, you know, the position 5 Nyx Assassin, for example, where you're able to just, you know, tank up a lot of the harassment. Good creep manipulation as well, making sure that the range creep is going to get caught by a couple of these, and even Zhao moving back to the lane to make sure that it's going to be dragged back behind the tower. Feeling not that strong just yet, wanting to wait until probably level 3 or so before they're able to make any significant kills happen.
On the other side lane, see, are you expecting this to be a lane where we could get kills out of Army Geniuses with the Shadow Fiend? Because this is someone with, if you can get those razors going, then there is a lot of kill potential, but is the CM able to amplify that, and do Fnatic have heroes that need to be concerned?
I would say DJ needs to be really concerned. I think KP is going to be able to play defensively enough that he's going to be able to tank through a lot of this harassment. He's going to get a creep soon to be able to play with. It's going to be able to amp up his damage, but you can just see DJ, he's already taking a lot of this harassment, and that's because he's against two heroes that even if you were to pop the Shadow Realm, Crystal Nova goes through it, Raze goes through it, so it doesn't actually provide you with that much safety.
First blood's going to be picked up for Army Geniuses, and now it's going to give... What did In Your Dream actually buy? Okay, put the boots on the Shadow Fin, so that'll help out a much more in regard to his positioning. I wonder if this is a lane eventually, though, that they could look to get aggressive instead, making sure the Shadow Fiend doesn't play his distance. Get a couple levels in the Scorched Earth. You know, the Dark Willow's abilities are pretty decent in the lane as well, once you're able to find that. So maybe level 4 I could see Fnatic. It does, like you said, though, really does depend on the creep he's able to get.
Yeah, I was just being really annoying as well up on the top side, constantly dropping the smoke screen onto the range creeps just to make it a little bit harder for them to secure that last hit, and giving him a little bit of an experience lead here on Gabby. Right now, though, Yoe and Armel basically neck and neck. Armel probably coming out a little bit ahead, considering he's still got this creep wave to play around, but it's nothing really to be surprised about. Armel, by far the most consistent of the C mid laners for a fair few years now.
Yeah. In regards to the group so far for Armel, the Pango's definitely been one of his standout heroes, so not a game that he has to be too worried about in regards to the Pangolier. It does look like a pretty good game overall. Frostbite can be a bit of a concern, and maybe like ultra late game Shadow Fiend right click through Rolling Thunder. That is if he's playing a little bit behind on the Pango.
They're making a bit of an aggressive move down here onto In Your Dream, but looks like he'll be able to get away in time. I like the purchase by DJ as well, going into the super early infused raindrops, realizing that he's going to be the main target for a lot of this aggression. But Breeze was able to get the pull off as well, so KP not going to have too many creeps to be able to play around with here. Still doesn't have any kind of creep devour power coming through. Breeze even blocking up the camp to the left of the small one with his own observer ward to provide a little bit of that extra control.
Go away. Is he going to go for this? Shield Crash is up on Armel. Is he able to dodge it with a slide? And Armel's actually going to end up going down. Now, beautifully done from Yoe. That is huge. Now you're going to miss so many creeps under the tower as well. And that was all set up thanks to the aggressive glyph usage from the Ember.
Yeah, kind of surprised no one made that movement down there to be able to assist when he was getting dived right underneath the tower. Still not level 6, so he would have not had the ability to just get back out to safety. Almost is level 6. How many? He's 14 experience away, so Armel looking to commit onto it, but a creep dies right in front there. So Yoe, he's not going to go for it again, is he?
Oh, he is indeed, but he doesn't have the mana to play with though from Yoe, so Armel has got some bottle sips. CML is going to give him a bit of a love tap and think twice about it.
You got to admire his confidence, let's call it, where he was able to maybe get such a vital kill. Of course, that would have put his team in such an amazing spot if he's able to force back the Walk of Shame, but instead evens back out the lane a little bit there. Armel, still with all of that, he's been able to secure so many last hits in this lane.
Yeah.
About 10 or so ahead.
The Blink Strike target will be able to.
Look at the movement down bot. Armel's coming. They're realizing that they're in a position with this siege creep there as well to be able to find a kill and hopefully transition it into a tower as well. Looks like they're going to be happy enough with just the CM, but they would have loved it if that wasn't actually revealed. So that's an aggressive use of the glyph there as well. Really just wanting to keep the creep wave there, maybe force your Dream to play a little bit more passively, but he's still just going to farm away.
The one thing that with that rotation means that Yoe will be able to get the power rune, however. So Invis now for the Ember to play with, and he's very close to having the Orb of Corrosion completed as well. Only 1 point in the slide, however.
Probably one of the worst new power runes that he could have gotten, though, to be honest, right? Like,
bottom lane? DJ... thought he already used the short raise.
But yeah, Invis doesn't really change much of anything with what you're always going to do, right? It basically involves him having to TP out to a lane rather than, move there with a haste or make a movement where you're able to get fully involved in a team fight, pop a regen, and then just go straight back to farming.
KP. maybe this time. Rish has got the frostbite up in a couple of seconds. Great bramble placement from DJ will hold them back. And now Armel's rotation. He's got the Rolling Thunder to play with. He's going to just solo down the Shadow Fiend. Putting all his attention over towards In Your Dream. Unfortunately for him, he will not be able to tuck himself into a little nook. Meanwhile, Gabby top lane though. So both the position 2s are going to mirror the movement to the opposition safe lane.
You'd have to say that Fnatic are probably the ones that are happy about that overall, right? Because Shadow Fiend, he does have a notoriously tough time of coming back if he's dying too many times coming out of the laning stage. Whereas Sniper, he can go back, he refreshes a few of those shrapnel charges, and then he just goes straight back to farming.
Mid lane, Amel's going to be pretty cautious. Because the duo supports are starting to rotate. Swashbuckle up in a couple of seconds, but the root with the long duration controls enough to hold him down. Even KP is going to move over, but KP just a little bit of experience shy from having the ultimate, so all they'll get is the kill onto CML. And in fact, Yowie Remnant's back top too. So he escapes mid, Remnant's back top to get utilization out of the first arena and kills Gabby for a second time.
He's definitely feeling himself a little bit. I think a lot of his issues that came out of the past DPC, you can see he's still got the TNC tag over his name. It's to do with confidence, and it feels like he's really just in the zone.
Yowie? Maybe Gabby now? Armel? Chain control not going to be there now. Armel can actually play with a swashbuckle instead. Still doesn't want to get that ultimate off and won't be able to because the frostbite. Ooh, and now CML, look at the ring around the Rosie. Tricks of the trade just gets the kill in the end, but these are not really the greatest trades. Couple of deaths for Armel's Pango.
Yeah, and even Gabby just not picking up that bounty rune means that he's going to be able to secure this one for himself. Might even look to pop the Flame Guard to take some of these stacks away. Or he could just look to be playing around that arena once again. Still 20 seconds or so away. Oh, how did he not get stuck through a tree?
Genuel?
Still wants to make something happen up here, though. Goes ahead and sells the clarity that he had. Phase boots picked up. Even more damage able to be output as the arena comes back off cooldown. So really just looking to put himself in between the creep wave and the tower. But well, Gabby, he's been able to rotate away. Not as much threat as, well, they'll get a free kill, but again, it costs the arena.
Meanwhile, it does look like Fnatic going to get their own free kill across the map, so a little bit of space for KP, who also has his Midas now completed, so at least this Doom's having a pretty rock-solid game.
He's having a solid game, but I would say I'd be much happier if I'm DB. He's overperforming my expectations. Top of the net worth right now, 3-0-0. Not going into the Soul Ring, opting for the Falcon Blade instead, just for that consistent damage coming through. He's really just making a huge amount of impact playing around with Yowie in particular.
We'll see if that
Going for a smoke as well, trying to catch Gabby.
Oh, they got a glimpse of him. First Remnant's not going to be all the way full, but the shards holds him down into place. One charges him, Fairy Fire. It's enough health for Gabby to be able to step out to the right side thanks to the Terrorize. Okie dokie. Meanwhile, top lane should be able to get another kill onto Genuel. Smokescreen will make him work for it. Zhao actually blinks down, but In Your Dream was already in a position to be able to find that raise. Interesting build.
I was really thinking that that was a slow rotation coming through from the two heroes on Fnatic to be able to help out Gabby, but turns out it's just enough to get them to dive that little bit too deep. What was this build you're looking at?
I'll hold that thought real quick, Armel. Rolling Thunder the tree line. KP's ready with the Doom as well. Oh, Armel's actually going to miss out on the stun. A little bit hesitant about pursuing on, so they might actually stick around to try and go for this tower now, knowing that the Rolling Thunder was expended.
Are you talking about Shadow Fiend weird build?
Yeah.
In terms of items or skills?
Just the skill build. I haven't...
I'm a big fan of 1 point. Okay, he's got 2 points now in Presence of the Dark Lord. I'm not really expecting that one as much, but I think 1 point is super value, right? Just an AoE buffed up Blightstone, basically, for 1 point.
Am I wrong, though? Like, TI Shadow Fiend was predominantly max raise, yeah? I know there was
No, it was like 3 points.
Oh, it was okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because I know in Tour 1 of DPC we were seeing like that 1 point raise or
Oh,
yeah, that was
hated it.
yeah, that was the different kind of Shadowfin build, the different raises. Now it's a little bit busted, but in your dream, yeah, having a grand old time. Genuine, well, in your dream's gonna have an even better time now, getting a free kill. In fact, CML is gonna snipe that one. So what's he got coming on the courier? Not a whole lot of gold here for the toss. Supports are kind of lacking from either side, I suppose.
DJ's never lacking. He always finds a way to get that farm for himself. You can see him here, just taking basically what should be the carry's farm right now. I suppose the Gabby has that shrapnel almost maxed out, so it feels like he's super capable of just farming in the jungle as he stands behind his own tier 2 tower, not wanting to give up too much of the risk of dying for free.
Rolling Thunder had to be used from Armel to get away from Inyo. Oh, DB actually. Yeah, there we
Gabby
go.
was right the big time, but he just stepped forward at the wrong time. Unfortunately, they saw him farming, and they predicted exactly where he was going to be moving to.
Can't really catch a break here, can the sniper? 3 deaths on Gabby.
Not even doing anything that wrong, to be honest. I'm liking his movements, but just getting outskilled a little bit by DB.
And I like this a lot from Army Geniuses. Off the back of that kill, just invading into the jungle. They might be able to get another as well. Inside the river, they'll run into Genuel. Wards and sentries in great position to be able to scout out where the Ricky's playing. So Army Geniuses, with their flow across the map, is looking really solid.
Radiant are scanning.
Yes, indeedy. I mean, there's not too many other big objectives for them to pick up. Mid tier 1's gone, tier 1, mid and top are gone. They don't really feel like they're in a position to be invading inside the jungle just yet. He's still needing, of course, the Shadowfiend to get into that BKB. Blink Dagger's coming up shortly, Maelstrom. So yeah, it's just a bit of a farm stage for Army Geniuses right now, waiting for Fnatic to perhaps overextend.
Do we feel like either side, though, has a little bit more of an early timing? You just mentioned, like, they're kind of happy with getting the farm, but who do we feel like is going to be able to change kind of the status quo that we have at the moment?
On Army Geniuses?
Just from either side, because they're both kind of farming at the moment. You got it in your dream, you know, chill on top of the net worth, working on BKB. Gabby's trying to get his catch up on the sniper. Like, Doom's finding his BKB as well. Who do we feel like is going to have a little bit earlier of a timing to be able to change kind of the farm game we have at the moment?
Honestly, it's going to hit at basically the exact same time, right? Like, Armel sitting up top here. Is he going to end up falling down? He doesn't have the... he didn't use the Requiem of Souls, so he's going to be able to get away from that one. Still causes him to use the Rolling Thunder, though. But yeah, I mean, look how close he is to Diffusal Blade on the Pango. Look how close he is to Dragon Lance on Sniper. Aghanim Shard nearly picked up for Zhao. BKB nearly picked up for KP, Blink Dagger nearly for DJ, so a lot of items, but then you just have a look over at Army Geniuses, you're getting close to Blink Dagger as well on Tusk, you're getting close to BKB on Shadowfiend, Maelstrom's now picked up for Ember, you nearly got a 4-star, you nearly got a BKB, so, I mean, maybe Fnatic very, very slightly, like half a minute to a minute ahead, but it's going to be pretty close, and it's going to be on them with how they're actually able to execute that, that timing if they do reach it.
And they're going to have some pretty big Ember issues, though. KP bottom lane might be in some trouble as well. CML's going to try and get the set up onto the Doom. Look at all the damage they got. This is only a 1-point tag team as well, and In Your Dream is just getting amplified so heavily.
I mean, it's the slow, realistically. Like, he's just attacking too damn fast with that Mask of Madness that it just holds KP in position, even popping the pick pole to try and get that extra safety.
It's very deep from the Mars next to the T2 tower. Ag shot from Genuel means that the rest of the Fnatic are able to connect, and now they're even going to go for the Crystal Maiden. Rish will be able to TP out, however, so like you were saying, items starting to be picked up. This game's going to speed up a little bit.
BKB on Doom. Pango almost being able to get into that that Aghanim Shard for himself, which is going to provide him with a lot of safety against the Crystal Maiden, against the Ember Spirit. Really nice pick up there. Even just an instant way to be able to protect yourself if the Mars jumps in on top of you.
Just a quick side note, DJ had to use the Terrorize defensively to make sure he didn't die, so bit of an ultimate on cooldown. And might see a fight break out of the river. KP! Great reaction with the BKB, but we'll get nothing out of... Was that his first usage? Shit, first usage of the game.
Exactly the same cooldown as well for both the Arena and the BKB, so it's not really a win for anyone. I would argue that Army Geniuses probably wanted the ability to get a kill out of that, but I mean, where are they rotating to? They're starting to move towards top, but I don't think they're in a position to start contesting Roshan just yet. Maybe thinking that within your dreams BKB, they could just stand in there with that maxed out presence of the Dark Lord. Just trying to make himself as hard to kill as possible. Seeds of Serenity, multiple fluffy hats. Pretty tanky for a CM.
Yeah, he's even get him kind of close to the Force Staff as well. Just needs one more component, being the recipe. And Fnatic, well, they will look to smoke. This ward's going to see Yowei. How to get the jump. It's probably going to be Genuel. We'll start with a Sleeping Dart. KP should be able to get in range, but the Snowball buys him some time. Can he get the Remnant out afterwards? Still inside the silence. They don't have vision though. Yowei, great use of the invisibility rune. Yowei's out. And now he's actually going to pursue on, potentially seeing if Fnatic are separated. KP should know he's nearby.
Back out of time.
Oh, Armel though, caught out to the right side. Genuel's still going to be able to get the start. Can KP get in range? Doom? Yeah, they should be able to. They might not even need it, actually. DJ, not even the Bedlam's going to be required as well. That is a gigantic kill for them to find, but meanwhile, look at Roche. Oh, boy.
Space created. That's all I can say. Solo kill. You give it up, you know, to 3 heroes having to commit quite heavily onto you, and you get Roshan in exchange. Army Geniuses, big win all the way. Although Gabby was farming in that time, you know, he didn't have the greatest start to the game. I'm actually kind of surprised with how much DB's farm has just come to a complete halt. He was at the top of the net worth by a fair margin, and now he's basically flipped positions all the way down at the bottom. So he's going to need to start to get a little bit more involved with these successful team fights. Maybe they just need to give him a bit of space so that he picks up that BKB and doesn't have his team fight presence hindered by, you know, the Rolling Thunders, the Brambles, even the Smoke Cloud coming from Zhao.
Who we do see is positioning really well from the Ricky. Saying that, of course, will go down, but he's playing in front of his cause. That's the important thing, playing in front of KP, and then even further in front of Gabby, just to make sure they're able to get that farm across the map. So really not the worst death.
Really did feel like KP wanted to be in a position to go for a kill, though. He just picked up the Blink Dagger. He's got the Doom available. He's going to get spotted out here by DB, so where are the boys actually making a rotation through too? Armel's just been sitting up on this top side, trying to keep the lane as pushed in as possible without revealing his body.
Very even game we got though, 20 minutes in, even with this age's advantage. Excited to see what they're going to get out of it, of course, for Army Geniuses. 3 minutes 30 to work with it. Very close to the Hurricane Pike being completed for In Your Dream, but maybe with the Catapult Wave, they might get some good chip damage into the tower, at least forcing out the Glyph. They're even going to aggressive Glyph, so they still want to stick around.
With that Dragon Lance and the Grove Bow, In Your Dream's going to be able to outrange it on the top side, so as long as they've got some sort of vision, he's going to be able to take out this tower fairly simply. Maybe he might think that he's has the freedom to just TP out and might be caught by a Terrorize on the way out, but no, he's just going to continue to maximize that farming efficiency.
A smoke up, cross map smoke, probably going to move towards the triangle, seeing if Gabby's home. But he's already farmed this area.
I mean, then they'll just know where he is, right?
More than likely, yeah.
So many places that he can be.
Genuel again is in a great position. Look at the read. They still get the jump in though. Armel will be scouted out. Rolling Thunder into the TP.
Roll up.
And they got In Your Dreams chorus. That's Hurricane Pike. Not available for 2 minutes 20. So, see what they're able to get out of this. So, still, Yowei, another power rune for him to work with. Haste in the arsenal.
A little unfortunate, but it is what it is, losing that Hurricane Pike. Wanted to make sure not to micro the courier through as he was making that rotation through with the smoke. It's going to be a 5-man smoke coming through from
They see
Fnatic
Gabby.
The boys are there. They're there to back him up.
Might be the long wraparound. Smoke's gonna pop and how to get the jump onto Yowei. That's a big target. KP. And look at the terrorized follow-up in particular from DJ. The spell casting. Ever so flawless. Fnatic. What a fight.
Loving this from KP as well. Just no fear. He loves playing these roles where he's able to, you know, be on the front lines, take a lot of the aggression, make the initiation happen himself, rather than, you know, play this more sneaky style, you know, the split pushing off later. That's not KP. This is him getting into the thick of things.
Aethlin's completed on KP.
Going for the Octarine.
Okay.
Even just a little bit of extra cast range on the Blink Dagger can help. Still a great War Stomp. Sure to queue it up as well after the Blink Dagger, so it would be an instant.
Massive pie, this goddamn Gabby killing all the creeps there. Maybe he's like, come on, brother, what the hell? Can be pretty good Octarine timing. He's really farmed. 4, 1, and 3.
He's got his 8th lens. He can TP out to that lane a little bit quicker.
River, Genuel? Yoink. Gets a DD. Still locked inside the shards. Needs some players. Needs some boys, some goons, and anyone's. But there's no one. No jump target. Sad life. Hate to see it.
Unfortunate. And it gets dewatered as well. He's like, come on, boys. I can only act as a roaming ward as much as you let me. Can't just let me die like that all the time. KP's basically got enough to be able to finish up that Octarine core, and he's going to buy it all together, making sure that that next Doom is going to have a huge amount of impact. Feels like he's getting a lot of value out of this War Stomp so far, but he's gone for the Devour targeting Ancients talent. Maybe just wanting something that's going to be buffing up the Sniper in particular, like the Frenzy, I guess is what it's called, from the Thunderhide.
Trying to remember how much... Oh, there it is. There's a creep. Let's see. How much attack speed is it? 75's a lot.
Yep. When you're wanting to man fight against a Shadow Fiend, you take every little advantage you can get. Lifesteal v Lifesteal, Dragonlance v Dragonlance. He's actually finished up the full Silver Edge on Gabby.
Both sides playing at the opposite triangle. Fnatic set up and Army Geniuses, they're set up with their own wards as well. You're always got to be so cautious. KP! That... I wonder if they push the tier 2 tower, maybe try and get some damage on the Ember can't be here for a little bit.
Yeah, but look at what's happening up on the other side of the map. You know, they've got...
Oh, KP, he's in. Double Warstorm into the Doom, but where's the follow-up? The Punch are going to be able to buy them some time. TP with a counter initiation as well. With the Arena to hold them down. They're still trying to catch up to the remaining members. Armel straight over to the Shadow Fiend. But Armel, he needs to respect the right-click damage that the Doom will expire. So In Your Dream can force stuff up to the high ground. Secures the big kill onto the Pango. And no one else on Fnatic was nearby.
Great moves coming down for Varese as well. Just cutting off every single avenue of escape. They just trapped Armel in that little triangle area there. Perfect little setup. Fast enough on the Shadow Fiend that he's just able to get away.
Doesn't look like this tower is going to be defended as well. No glyph. Death time is a little bit too long. So another tier 2 tower claimed here for Army Geniuses.
Got that presence aura affecting buildings, so that's going to help for sure. Have we seen a single Requiem? I
No.
don't think we have.
No record.
He's just been a right-clicking beast so far on In Your Dream. Oh, okay. I was about to say he's probably tempted to get the Titan Sliver, but I'm not sure if he actually does pick it up. But, you know, anytime that you could just get about 40 damage for free, you're very happy with it.
And status resistance as well versus the Doom's really important.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Grovebo, he's been able to siege these towers for free so often that I thought he might have maybe held on to it at least until that tier 2 mid's gone.
I was just getting warmed up.
Still, even though Army Geniuses have the at least map control and the kill advantage, it's not really being replicated in regards to their net worth. I mean, I'm sure a lot of this probably off the back of the Doom. Maybe still having a lot of the artificial net worth, but who does he need to try and target down here? Because I mean, In Your Dream is going to be a difficult person to be able to deal with. But then if you don't Doom In Your Dream, then all of a sudden you got to worry about Yowie, who is also having a really good game on the Ember.
Yeah, you got to get Yowie. That's the one. Like Doom, with the way that In Your Dream's built this, he's still only got 2 points of the Shadow Rays, right? That's not his main priority. He just wants to. If he can get off his BKB and Mask of Madness, he's happy, right? He just wants to be able to right-click you. So I'd say Yowie is by far the more important one to be able to pick off.
If he does get caught at least, a little bit of status resistance from Yowie is going to be important as well.
True, he's got the Sun. New level 18 as well. Just that little bit of extra damage coming through from the Fire Remnants.
There's a big window now with this Butterfly completed on the Shadow Fiend. You are going to have some difficulty if it's in regards to Gabby right-clicking the SF, then...
They should just be playing around Roche, though. I mean, it's been a pretty long respawn. For reason, I'm not sure if he scouted
Look at the vision, they scout them out. Oh, great sleeping dart from Januel. Stops the Arena Spear. And now they can reset the position. DJ stuck in the shards, but he will be able to blink away. Both sides still playing with their own vision across the map.
I see them make the retreat back towards the Roche pit, and they're on a bit of a timer here. This is the second Roshan. You don't want to give this one up for free.
Dire are scanning.
You don't, not at all. And Yowie, in and out he goes, pops the smoke. Meanwhile, DB tries to find the opening, but the Arena's not really going to provide them too much here. Armel wants to try and charge into the middle, gets the double bounce back. It's a decent amount of space as Gabby's off to the right side. They need a way to address the sniper, because look at the damage starting to rack up. Gabby just freely sieging down the members from afar. They haven't addressed him, and now they've got big issues. As In Your Dream, a defensive use of the Requiem. It's going to push Januel away, but they might still go on for more. Sleeping Dart holds him down. In Your Dream, forced to try and stand his ground to right click, as there'll be no escape for the Shadow Fiend, and in the end, Gabby rewarded with a triple kill. What a fight for the Sniper.
It was a great fight by Sniper, but it really did feel like, you know, the Arena doesn't come off completely as planned. That's fine, that's understandable, but they kept going in. They kept fighting into where Fnatic possibly had vision, and it just meant that they had complete understanding of how they needed to take that team fight. In Your Dream never got in a position where he was able to just right-click Armel, so he got that great team fight disrupting Rolling Thunder off. And I don't think we saw a BKB come out super late, but In Your Dream was already at about, what, 40% HP. Trying everything that they can do to Roche from coming out. Alright, that's a little bit better, DB.
They've stopped the Roche. Alright.
Can't do anything about it without SF, though. They need that combination together with the tag team.
Yeah, but they're going to have a pretty big window here, right? 45 seconds without the pain go. You will have probably Doom for this fight, but I don't know if Fnatic can take it. Armel is pretty important to protect the Sniper.
They're trying the best they can to push out this mid lane to make a lot of their movements a little bit less obvious. A little surprised that they actually even dropping the freezing field just to take it out a bit faster, and I don't hate this idea either.
KP, can he get the timing? Maybe the terrorize as well. DB tries to jump in.
Found
Roshi's
DB.
falling though, so DB's gonna... Oh, great arena, DB.
Yeah, really nice.
Defensive use. Genuine's gonna try and jump on over, but
Nice
you're
try.
fine. Ricky, brother, you ain't got the damage.
It was a cool attempt. Come on.
God. Yeah, nice try, but unfortunately,
Come on.
you're...
You see someone on 10%, even as a 5, you're like, I'm going for it, boys.
Aegis picked up onto the Shadow Fiend, and he looks like he's going to eat the Ag Shard as well. So has that active now on the Necromastery.
Okay, so it doesn't get ruined like the Chaos Strike does when you combine it together with another crit source. Like, you're always going to get the fear whenever you proc the Necromastery. So that's a useful little bit to know. And of course, you've still got the Chrysalis there sitting back.
See what they're going to be able to get out of these Aegis though. Level 20 as well for Mr. In Your Dream. So extra little damage coming out from the souls, and of course they do have a lot of ways to be able to start the fights, but I feel like it's a good chunk of it's going to come down to the vision control of this game.
I'm a little surprised that even though Army Geniuses took that fight so incredibly well, they didn't have the a few more sentry wards down around the pit that would scout out this observer ward that Zhao has placed behind, just giving them that little bit of information. Not that it changed anything, but it's just these little things that I want to see Army Geniuses change up a bit more in their gameplay. I don't think anyone is actually holding on to a sentry or an observer ward right now, just a few dusts.
Bottom lane, they're showing back, so yeah, Gabby really cautious. Sure, he's not going to stick around to get that last hit on the tower. They even smoke as well, so maybe because they clip no on bottom, they're going to try and reoccupy this top jungle.
And Gabby's just reading them incredibly well this game.
Yep.
The amount of ganks that he's been able to avoid is, I think we're up to 3, nearly 4. So just standing in the safety of the high ground, waiting out the duration of the smoke. Felt at times when he was playing with his previous rosters, he might be getting a little bit arrogant, a little bit cocky, but not this time around. He's playing cool, calm, and collected Dota.
That he is, but we'll see if that can continue though. So again, yes, you've got this net worth lead, but the buildings that continue to fall, that's all your outer towers now claimed. And you still have the Aegis for another 2 minutes 10 here from Army Geniuses, but definitely does not feel like it's going to be an Aegis where they can crack the high ground unless they win a team fight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the presence of the Dark Lord affecting buildings does help. So maybe you can look to bait in some kind of movement, right? Like, it's not like they have any sort of amazing repositioning spells, so Blink Doom isn't really their biggest threat. While you've got the Aegis, you could probably afford to put in your Dream there and then have Mars come in on the backlines, but we'll see what ends up happening. They might just be content to get into this Walrus kick on the Tusk, which I believe he has finished up now.
Oh, he went BKB.
BKB first. Okay.
Go away. Goes with the creeps and looks to get out. They're starting to TP back to set up the formation. DP's going to be in with the combo, but it's just onto DJ. They will be able to take the Dark Billow out of the equation, but Fnatic will instantly hit back. They still want to retreat though. CML just a little bit too late to get the punch. Well, 1 for 1. Nothing too crazy in regards to that small skirmish.
Fnatic are happy with that though, right? Continue to increase your lead, continue to read the map effectively, waste out the timing with the Aegis. They are super content. Although, yo wait, he didn't get the Aghanim Scepter on the Tusk, now having the BKB delivered through, but Ember Spirit's got it. So they want to try and make one more attempt with the remaining time on this Aegis, you would think. Or they nearly end up catching Armel with the God's Rebuke there, but he also TPs away, so good evasive action by Fnatic here, only losing 1 hero.
It's still a lot of cat and mouse here for Fnatic. Once they wait out the Aegis, do we feel like then that's when they can start to maybe play a little bit more aggressive?
Possibly. I mean, that Satanic makes me a little bit scared, even if I'm, in Fnatic's shoes with this net worth lead that they've got right now. I mean, could it be a little bit different if Gabby had the The Hurricane Pike, maybe. Could it be a little bit different if he had the concussive grenade, maybe?
Oh, Armel.
Himself.
Gotta be cautious. They see they're split now. So they're gonna run that onto the outpost. Yowie with a jumper, KP with a follow-up. The Lotus Doom, but it doesn't matter. Gabby off to the right side. Another great use of the defensive arena. Means that Gabby's right-click damage is going to be mitigated. Snowball holds the Shadow Fiend, but he's going to be dragged into the middle. In Your Dream needs a lifesteal, and that's going to come thanks to the Satanic. As Gabby has to tuck his tail and run out to the right side, but CML jumps over into the river. Wants to hold him down, but just there's nothing he can do. The Sleep Dart stopping CML from being able to catch up to the sniper, so they'll go for some other members instead. Yolway, though, still in pursuit. Gabby's out. Man, so close. Just minor things means that Gabby can survive, but it's still Army Geniuses that get the win.
It was another great Lotus Orb. It happened again. We saw it yesterday. Yep. The Lotus Orb reflecting the Doom. Yowie himself only got regular Doom onto him, but because Yowie has Aghanim Scepter, it was the Ag's Doom that was reflected back onto KP, so he couldn't even stand in the middle of that team fight. Otherwise, he would have just been ruining the lives of DJ and KP. Sorry, not KP and Armel.
You gonna go for this kill on Varush? Well, now DJ's gonna follow up, and Yowi's like, alright, I see some freebies. Yeah, my support's gonna go down, but I'll get some revenge on the Genuel. And maybe even catching up to DJ as well. Gonna try and taunt himself away into a blink, but CML just clips up to him with a snowball.
Yoinks the gem away. Pretty value.
Very much so.
What is that? That's like a 4K net worth swing just with that? 2 heroes plus a gem?
This will come in handy.
Man, DB's been very impressive with his arenas this game.
The farm's fallen off, but the skill hasn't.
I wonder if Armel's going to consider about a basher next too. You need a way to be able to help the sniper man fight the Shadow Fiend, and having a basher to be able to stop him from potentially getting a couple right clicks off through BKB or potentially stopping some lifesteal coming back from the Satanic could be make or break this team fight.
Oh, Doom going in onto the Mars. I'm not sure if he's actually going to die here. It's going to require Armel to come in through, and, well, with the Rolling Thunder, he absolutely will be. He's going into the Aghanim Scepter on KP. Do you get Wraith Pact this game? I feel like it's a pretty good Wraith Pact game. Against an Ember, against a Shadow Fiend, Tusk, Mars. Very, very heavy physical commitment. Also just buffing up Gabby with even more lifesteal and damage.
Huh. Yeah, it could be interesting, actually. Maybe he's... I don't know. That actually could be interesting. Trying to think if you... What? Synth the Ags and he goes for it afterwards? We'll see. Hippie's uber farm right now. Second in net worth, so... He's going to be able to get multiple items at quick succession. And
also means that he's never going to get that situation happening again where he gets the Doom reflected onto him. He can just self-doom himself, basically, but not be affected by it.
Alright. Got a DD in the bottle for In Your Dream. Just picked it up as well, so they will have this... They're probably going to have the double damage rune by this Roche fight. This could be very, very scary from Fnatic. You might be forced now to doom the Shadow Fiend.
Yowie might be level 25 as well with his tome. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Another Sleight of Fist charge available. It's got the Spell Prism. So it's even more important now for KP to get on top of him. He's got that Doom available. He's got... what did he end up doing, actually? Is he just not spending his money?
Who's this?
He might be going into an overwhelming Blink on KP instead. Just trying to disable some Blink daggers, I guess?
Look at the smoke deep inside Fnatic's territory. It's a long wrap around. Fnatic might not be expecting this angle. Januel's in a pretty deep position, actually. Oh, he killed the courier, so... Yoe's got to run them over the tree line. They got a glimpse of Gabby, but the jump in! KP, quick on the fingers! You couldn't have asked for a better initiation. But it's up to In Your Dream to turn the fight around. He's still standing strong. Gotta go over towards Gabby. Shards blocks him from escaping. Shadowfiend's damage. They were a little bit too late with the sleeping dart to protect him as Armel. Nothing they can do. As Shadowfiend will reign supreme and Army Geniuses look to clean up as well. Armel, swashbuckle up surely, is actually going to get the kill onto DB. Snags the gem. But it won't be long for this world as Army Geniuses. It was looking grim to start. The buyback out of your way. They're trying to catch up to Jar. They do have a gem, but no remnants on your way to be able to close the distance.
He's standing nearby as well. Just saying, you can't see me. I'm gonna just stand here, give a lot of vision. But yeah, what a great team fight coming through from both teams, honestly. Fantastic jump by KP. The reactions seem a lot more on point now. I'm not sure if he's already overplaying at the Southeast Asia team house, but this is not the actions of a 100 ping player.
I don't think he's in the team house, but 343 said he's in Malaysia, if I remember correctly. So he's in C.
I'll be able to have a look. Yeah, he's on 11 ping, so makes sense.
Roches goes down incredibly fast. Ages onto Yowie, considering he bought back prior. He's even going Lincolns as well, because he needs a defensive item. Scepter. Give it over to
Tusk. Surely. Surely.
Yeah,
there
looks like
we
he
go.
will.
Now it means he can go into an Octarine for himself.
Oh, this is really scary now. The sniper is so position based. You can even just kick away the Pango as well. Like, there's a lot that CML can do with this Scepter, and he's about to have an Eighth Lens. So Eighth Lens plus the telescope might just help out a little bit in regards to his his blink range, but also just if he's not directly on top of him, he might still be able to get the kick.
If he finishes up the Aether Lens as well with that telescope, he might be able to kick KP away when he's like on top of someone trying to give the AoE silence.
Interesting. That'll okay. We'll see if the range will be enough here from CML. They're gonna smoke. This is so scary for Fnatic to take this fight. It's not gonna be easy at all. Is Armel
get caught in it though?
Potential first point of contact. Smoke's gonna pop. He'll get the Rolling Thunder off Armel. No messing around.
Clearing the wave.
Duel. Gets the wave and gets out with his own life. Meanwhile, Yowie is hunting at the gem.
He's got the lower Rolling Thunder cooldown, so he can afford to do those sorts of plays, just scouting away. They still don't have any of that BKB piercing disable right now on the Radiant lineup outside of Tusk. He's got that Aether Lens now, so, I mean, that's a pretty big range on the Walrus kick. That's all I gotta say.
Holy sh... What the hell?
Yep.
Top lane, Yowie. You gotta be perfect with the Lincoln's pop. Not an easy attempt at all.
Where are you watching?
But they gotta get back to base. I mean, they've got Army Geniuses just standing right in front, looking to try and find any avenue. Even Varese just popping the freezing field to clear out the creep waves, forcing them to play even more on the back foot.
You feel like this 25 talent on Sniper is going to be... How important is that extra attack range? He's still holding the Grove Bow as well.
For defending high ground, incredibly. But in the middle of fights, probably not so much. You know, you've gotten to the stage now. Ooh!
Jump in. Gabby, tries to get the grenade away, but he's in trouble. Look at the damage that's raining in. He's got a buyback, of the rest of the team are crumbling around him. As Armor will roll up, but he's going to be cautious as well. KP into the middle. Refreshers available as well. They need the damage. They'll get the bash from afar. KP still locking onto his target. Armel's going to jump into the middle as well. Somehow the Shadowfiend will finally go down. It took him some time. But in there, that will be able to get the kill. It's a costly investment, though, out of Fnatic and KP. He's still going for more.
He's silenced.
Gabby's off to the northern side. Able to get the Doom off at the last second. It will be reflected. Yowie could be able to just clean up the members here. Keep in mind, Fnatic did just buy back. And importantly, Gabby was one of those members. Shard's going to block him in. He's able to get the grenade back to the high ground. Back inside the lane, though. Should be able to get rid of the first life. Can they set up for the second though? Armel trying to time it with the Rolling Thunder perfectly. Won't be able to do so. The bounce back's not going to be there as Yowie gets the BKB, but importantly, they're not on top of Gabby. The sniper.
Now they are.
Once again, is able to reposition, but the bash coming out into the swashbuckle. They stopped it. Even all chatted. Yowie all chatted. No bash, and he still went down.
Oh, don't need a bash when you got all that damage, baby. And man, it was a heavy commitment. Just showing the importance of having all of that extra cast range, you know, coming back, all of the extra attack range. I mean, Gabby got caught out at the very start of that fight. Probably didn't need to be so deep forward, but as soon as he was just able to sit there on the high ground for his second life, he didn't immediately buy that one back either. Waited until they committed a little bit further onto Army Geniuses, and then he chose to turn things around and really amplify that positioning through from him.
Every buyback
Satanic as well.
but KP's was used there for Fnatic.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite the
Want to
investment.
get a lot out of this.
And I don't think they will.
All out of towers at least, but yeah, it certainly is very risky. They probably, like, as soon as this Mars buys back, if he does at all, they're going to be on the full retreat. Might even be forced to back up as this glyph comes out. That range, though.
I'll be able to get the first tier 3 though, Fnatic. Can they get the melee barracks though? DB's up in 5.
I don't know if he can. Not with the Mars coming up.
Oh, they're trying to force the issue, Fnatic. This is scary.
Yeah, you gotta back up.
Bottom's getting shoved out as well. It's a pretty big creep wave that will need to be addressed.
SKP's here, double doom at the ready.
That it is. Alright, they'll get the melee.
Okay. I see you. That Shadow Rays applying attack damage as well on In Your Dream, so he was already hitting like a freaking truck, and well, now it's going to be... What's bigger than a truck? A plane?
Sure.
Hitting like a plane? You heard it first.
DB's pretty close to level 25 as well. I think he goes the regen of the arena. But they won't have it for this team fight potentially. Army Geniuses. One more fight is all they need. One more fight and they can close out this game 1, but they've got to execute it though. Still Fnatic. Oh, Armel's going to reveal himself. CML with a jump. Oh, this is so awkward. Armel, they'll kick him away. They've broken the formation. Bashes are there. Yowe's in trouble. KP tries to get the war stomp. Not going to be time though. They need a way to be able to get on top of Gabby. Yowe's trying to attempt that with the remnant. Chaos ensuing. Still, oh, what an arena! DB clips all 2. And now there's no damage that Gabby can do. The walls are blocking the right clicks. They're still going to be cautious though. Gabby under the cover of the invis. Now finally going to reveal his positioning. But they're going to turn away. They want to back up our new Geniuses over towards the right side.
Oh, the DD. Could do well for Gabby. He's going to try and set up on this high ground, hoping that they come up into him, but they don't really need to on Army Geniuses. They can go the more safer route, push out the bottom lane, push out mid, and hope that maybe the sniper isn't there on the high ground, but they're going to give him the time and space that he needs to be able to get back towards the base. Man, it really felt like they had that small window with KP landing the second Doom onto In Your Dream, but they'd already lost so much of their utility in the Pangolier and the Ricky.
Bro.
Just wasn't able to stand there and fight.
Farish? What the heck? Are they gonna try and get DJ?
Four stuff, concussive grenade. They say no thank you. KP's 25. Extra Infernal Blade damage.
Okay.
He's gone away from his idea of getting into the overwhelming blink, it seems. Unless his courier's dead and I just haven't seen it.
He's got the recipe.
I know he has, but he's also got a point
That's
Aghanim Septicutor.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, sorry, that's a good point. How much gold is the recipe?
Ooh.
Overwhelming.
Like
sorry,
1750.
Okay. KP. Oh, KP. Oh, dude, what are those reactions, man? What the hell?
Malaysia ping. This is the only reason Australian Dota isn't at the very top. It's because of the ping.
Genuel? Need every single member you can be playing with, and well, looks like they won't have the Ricky for too long. 85 seconds and no more gem as well.
Flames will spread thrice.
Still only a 1k net worth lead, man. Win probability basically 50-50, and it does feel that way, doesn't it? It might just be coming down to who doesn't have buybacks at this later stages of the game, but neither team seems to want to bite the bullet and be the first ones to go on in.
And speaking about the buybacks, they're coming up pretty shortly here for Fnatic.
Oh man, DJ could be the one to win this game for them. He's just got his Scythe of Vice, he's level 25, he's got the Bedlam for incredible attack damage coming through. Like, he could be just soloing people. Like, imagine if he catches out in your dream at the start of this, you know? He doesn't have the linkage for himself, and you're not going to be expecting a Dark Willow to get in on top of you.
Not at all. KP's got that Scepter now. Assault Cuirass in the backpack as well, so... And we're just getting richer and richer from either side. Roshan, 4th Rosh, I think, of the game, up in 50 seconds as Army Geniuses just going to look to try and control the area. Make sure they can get that blockade set up. Prevent Fnatic from contesting this, but do we want to see Fnatic contest? Do they even have the possibility? Because I think buybacks will be up shortly. Again, Gabby's just 30 seconds, so maybe they do feel a little bit safer about walking out into the enemy territory.
Yeah, I think they feel a little safer. Gabby is still playing as defensively as he can, though. He realizes that he's playing that far back. He needs to be using all of these tools that he's got, right? He's got the Hurricane Pike, he's got the Grove Bow. You need to be making sure to not give your life up for free, like it felt like he did with that first life of the previous high ground attempt. But 5 seconds left on the Roche. Smoked up. What can they make happen? Roche is up. All 4 bounties on offer. Doesn't seem like Fnatic are wanting to make that final decision to go, and yeah, it's going to be way too
fast. Late. Shrapnel's going to give them some information. Do they get the jump in though? They're going to move away from the pit. KP with the Doom AoE. A lot of control in the middle of the team fight at the moment. They need the damage coming through for the arena's going to be able to prevent that. Yo, Wade turns towards Gabby towards the right side, but Gabby's going to be able to reposition thanks to the grenade. You're back into the middle though, KP once again being able to reapply the Doom. Lotus Orb's going to hold them back for the moment. So they get the turnaround. Spear from DB refreshes it up for another spear, and the damage is just not there. The arena mitigating all of Gabby's impact, but Gabby is on the high ground. What a prime position for the sniper to be, just beating back the Ember. No response as Gabby finally gets the revenge for the entirety of this game. But Gabby is running into them. Gabby's running directly into the reinforcements. The buyback location into the outpost will catch Gabby off guard.
Oh, Varese took the Aegis after all of that as well, so ends up immediately getting popped, but well, Jiao is still able to get away with at least 1 gem. There was so much that went on in that team fight. I don't know who ended up being that 4-staff, but someone 4-staffed in your dream, and he got close enough to KP that buffed up Infernal Blade damage was enough to be able to take him out. He was in a really good position to be starting to get those right clicks off. The Doom was wearing out. He would have been able to get the Satanic and probably even more comfortably being on the winning side of that.
I must say, I'm very glad you... I'm glad you had no idea what the hell was going on, because that was a... what did I just witness? That was a messy fight.
Both teams just played really well all fight, to be honest. They really don't want to use this buyback on Gabby, but they're going to be forced to. It's just a matter of who else can he be taking this fight with. Especially with CML coming back on. They know that he's got that Walrus kick available.
Oh, Armel?
Just click to get closer. DB doesn't want to get caught out here, but Armel realizes that with that Tusk showing up, it's not safe at all. Look at the size of that smoke screen.
What the heck? Just... That's a dieback. I don't know. Did he... I think he blinked on the Lotus. I don't know. That was a weird interaction. Anyway, bye-bye, Jiao.
Bye-bye, Jiao. Well, Gabby didn't have to buy back. Yep. That's a plus.
Yep.
are
They got
under
glyph
attack.
still for this second set of barracks if they want to go for it.
Dire are scanning.
Not even attempting to protect that range, Rex.
Dire's middle
Armel's
barracks
wanting the...
has fallen. Radiant
I was
are
about to say he wants the
scanning.
tier 4s to do the job.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alright. Gabby online, sniper high ground. Oh, haha.
Oh.
We getting 60 minutes, or do you think they're going to be able to close this one
Maybe
out?
not with this
before?
pick off,
that might
CML.
help.
Mel's still going to be able to play around with the ultimate, so he's okay for the moment. Gabby's put himself in a position where he can start to get the right clicks going, but Radiant, an easy retreat. I'm going to try and reevaluate now if they have an opportunity to go back in. Of course, the Rolling Thunder, now on cooldown, but not the longest cooldowns. So got to keep that in the back of their mind. Have that internal
CML
clock.
just barely stepped into the shrapnel there and ended
Dude,
up canceling his
Armel.
blink dagger.
It's a really good ward mid to play around.
It's on the Midas as well, damn.
You're gonna look to smoke.
Deceptive
See, but this ward's gonna be able to scout out though. Hang on the
Still
op-
5v4. They want to make sure that they're picking off CML if they can. He's providing a ton of utility in these fights. All that BKB interruption.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke on smoke. Eyes on CML. Division, they'll see Varish. Jay's gonna look to get out. They gotta consider about going back though.
Gabby's
Top lane
back.
is getting shoved in.
Yeah, you have to. What the? Chouch is popping the smoke screen on top of Gabby.
Radiant are scanning.
CML's at their triangle. He might be able to intercept Zhao. Okay, so we're getting close to 60 minutes, man. Might be able to get there.
Dire are scanning.
I want to see a big Doom. I want to see Giants Ring Doom. Any requests from your end?
Dude, I don't even remember them right now.
Just throw out a name. It's bound to be right.
Wobba Wobba.
Oh, I can't wait for the Wobba Wobba.
Force Boots might be nice on Sniper.
What a stupid name, Force Boots.
Good ward on the high grounds. Here's CML. Be able to disjoint the dagger though. Dart, I should say. Outpost is incredibly important at this stage of the game. Really, really, really important here for whoever has that control, the potential to buy back and rejoin the fight.
Even just the safety to be able to farm the jungle.
Jump
would be
in,
easier.
CML. They see Gabby. Instant boost to the BKB and he's out of the arena. Now this fight looks pretty good for Dire. Gabby,
The
can he get the
force
right
out's good.
clicks going off to the right side? Armel, they found the Shadow Feed, but again, DB, he'll be able to find him, locks him down with a second use to the arena. Now Gabby's forced to stand his ground, but the shards, it actually pushes him out. They still got the kick away down to the low ground. He's got to buy back and will look to rejoin. But now Fnatic, they're crumbling. The formation's broken. They don't have a way to be able to rejoin instantly. Gabby, I can get into the middle though, off the right side. KP, he's short at the moment as well. Who have they gotten on top of? It will be Varish. They need more though. You need to catch up to some more members on Army Geniuses. Potentially it's going to be your way. Still got the Remnant to play with. Januel pops the Lincolns. Another Lincoln's applied. Very nicely done from DB. Holy shit, how many buybacks was that?
There's one person that's got it left in this game, and it's just a good old Crystal Maiden. Ends up buying, I'm not sure what item. It's the Philosopher's Stone, man. That passive gold, you need it.
Dude, DB is actually... Oh my god, he's playing so
It was really
incredibly
good.
well.
Yeah, the arenas are so solid. Gabby actually popped the Satanic there, and he probably wouldn't have died if he actually just switched his target. He was hitting into the arena wall for quite some time. If he just switched to DB instead, sure, he's not the highest priority, but I mean, he was literally lifestealing nothing otherwise. All right,
let's
see some of these
go.
items.
Dude, I haven't had T5s in quite a while.
Seer Stone's pretty based. Pirate's Hat. We take those.
Just shows how kind of trashed his second Deso is. Oh, they gave it to the Ember. Well, still the fact that Shadowfiend doesn't even want the Deso. Wants Sliver instead.
Yeah, Sliver's pretty good.
Slivers dead. Come on, get the
The
items,
fact that it's
baby.
percent, right? Percent base damage, so it just scales with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Varisha's the only person with buyback in a game like this, so
Yes, I already said that.
I'm just clarifying and letting everyone know that in the 30-second... I mean, Shadowfiend's buyback's going to come up in 40 seconds, and same as some of the other members on Army Geniuses. So don't you worry, I'll keep that clock going, and I'll let everyone know again in 40 seconds.
DD on the top side of the river. Fnatic see it, but that's going to give them a lot of information. They're just praying for more stuff to drop, essentially. Like, what do they got?
I got all theirs.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Are scanning.
Looks
Look
like...
at the dead. I love it. KP is a tanky boy as well. Nearly 5k HP.
Uh-oh. Both sides see the DD. They're going to see the... They're going to see it get taken.
Vanish. Yeah, ping, ping, ping.
Do
Get back to the high ground. Rally around her observer ward. Hope it doesn't expire. 50 seconds. Oh, KP, he could buy the overwhelming blink now if he wants.
Wait, they're not hiding behind the trees, though. KP pushing forward.
What?
Early use of the BKB. They're going to try and kick him away.
What a shards.
See what else they can get out of this, though. Armel into the middle. They're not onto Gabby, but they've got no control to help Gabby right-click. Not looking like the greatest fight for Fnatic. They're going to be cautious. KP's going to be in once again. Reapplying in the Doom. Gonna try and send them packing out to the left side. KP controlling of the mode, but the turnaround's there. The arena into the Requiem. The combination is too much damage. Second use of the arena doesn't get up to Gabby, but that's where CML can come into play. Kicking Gabby back inside the arena. The grenade will get some distance away. Gabby's playing off the back of the life still, but his damage is just not enough as Army Geniuses will finally come out on top. It's just two members left standing against the world, and Armel and Zhao cannot do it all by themselves. What an incredible game one. Ultra kill
give him the
Finn,
rampage.
just give him the rampage. Let him celebrate.
He's like, who's got that gem? Who's going to be able to find Zhao? Oh, he even gives him the sleep, saying, yeah, it might be too long until you're dead. And oh, there we go. The true sight coming through for the Book of the Dead. It's too long.
Where'd he go?
He won't get the rampage even if he dies.
Oh my god. Dude.
CML is the MVP of that last fight, by far. Like, it was really poor positioning, to be honest, from Fnatic. They knew it was coming. They had the vision to be able to fight around. They went in far too deep. And CML, with the perfect shards, he isolates KP from Armel, blocks off the Rolling Thunder, and then he completely zoned out Gabby on his own the entire fight. Like, that was an amazing last team fight performance coming through from CML.
I didn't know where the hell to look that fight. I legitimately no idea. Camera going left, right, and center. I'm watching one person. Late game dirty. It's just messy. I'm like, what's going on, dude? Why are you making it so difficult for me? And just like you said, though, I 100% agree. That last fight from Fnatic, the decision making, whoever is that shot caller, unfortunately, just of course we're nitpicking on that last fight, but of course it is recency bias in a way, I suppose. The most kind of closest fight that we saw happen, but the call for them to leave the tree line in daytime where you left your ward advantage as well, it's not a way you'd hope to start the final fight.
No, definitely not. But, well, it was only game one. We got another game to come. I said before this series started, I hope you're ready for another late one. We've got a couple of days off tomorrow, so I'm ready to bring it all the way. We got game 2 coming up shortly. Let's hope it's another banger.
Let's hope it's another banger indeed. We'll see you after the break.